It was the kind of evening where the city seemed to pause, as if holding its breath, waiting for something unseen to unfold. Lena walked along the quiet streets, her thoughts tangled with memories she couldn't speak aloud. Athon, meanwhile, lingered near the corner cafe where they had first met, feeling the weight of unspoken words press heavily on his chest. Neither knew how long their paths would remain parallel, separated not by distance, but by hesitation, uncertainty, and the fragile fragility of hearts not yet fully opened. In the space between them, moments stretched and condensed, carrying the silent tension of a story begging to be told. Every glance missed, every word left unsaid, seemed to echo louder than the hum of the city around them. As night deepened, the question lingered in the air. Would silence protect them or keep them apart forever? Lena had always been the quiet type, someone who listened more than she spoke, feeling deeply yet guarding her emotions behind a gentle smile. At 28, she had learned to navigate life carefully, cherishing small joys, a warm cup of coffee, a good book, the soft laughter of friends. But love had always been a careful dance, one she approached with caution. Athon, a few years older, carried a different kind of quiet strength. His work as a graphic designer gave him a lens for detail, for noticing the small, intricate things that most overlooked. And perhaps that's why he had noticed Lena first. Their initial encounter had been simple: a shared table at a crowded cafe, a fleeting smile exchanged over spilled coffee, but something unspoken had passed between them in that brief, fleeting moment. The city they lived in reflected both of their inner worlds, bustling yet lonely, full of stories but often indifferent to the ones unfolding in quiet corners. They moved through it separately, yet the universe seemed to nudge them closer with every chance encounter. A glance in a bookstore aisle, a brush of hands while reaching for the same book, the faint echo of laughter drifting from the same cafe. Both carried invisible baggage. Lena's past heartbreak had taught her caution, while Athon's own history of missed opportunities made him hesitant to speak first. Still, in the midst of their carefully constructed walls, there existed a magnetic pull neither could ignore, a silent invitation to something tender, intimate, and perhaps transformative. Their story unfolded slowly, like the turning of pages in a well-loved book. Lena's and Athon's interactions were often brief, yet charged with quiet significance. One afternoon, while seeking shelter from an unexpected rain shower, Lena had ducked into the same bookstore where Athon had been sketching ideas for a new project. They ended up sharing the same corner, the smell of old pages mingling with the soft patter of rain, exchanging tentative smiles that hinted at an emotional connection neither dared name aloud. Weeks passed, filled with moments of silent observation and subtle gestures. A coffee left on a table with a note, an extra umbrella offered without a word, shared laughter over a shared fondness for classic novels. Each moment built a bridge, fragile yet unbreakable, between two souls yearning for understanding yet fearing vulnerability. Athon would catch Lena staring into shop windows or quietly jotting thoughts in her notebook, and he felt an irresistible pull to know her inner world. Lena, in turn, was drawn to Athon's quiet attentiveness, the way he noticed details others missed, how he seemed to understand without needing to ask questions. A turning point came unexpectedly during a weekend art fair. Lena had lingered at a painting that reminded her of a memory she had long kept private. Athon approached slowly, noticing the flicker of emotion in her eyes. They stood side by side in silence, yet in that shared quiet, both felt the invisible walls between them begin to crumble. The day ended with no declarations, no grand gestures, just the understanding that words were sometimes unnecessary when hearts already spoke. Yet even with this closeness, Lena remained hesitant, her silence a protective shield, leaving Athon to wonder whether it was temporary or permanent. Lena's silence was not indifference. It was a careful mechanism shaped by past experiences and the fear of losing herself in someone else's narrative. She worried that speaking too soon would expose her vulnerabilities, inviting disappointment. Athon's patience reflected his own respect for boundaries, though his heart ached with every unspoken word. He constantly analyzed her gestures, searching for hidden meanings in a glance, a sigh, or a pause in conversation. The emotional tension between them grew richer with each interaction. Both grappled with the delicate balance of longing and restraint, desire and respect, needing each other, yet fearing the implications of attachment. Lena's inner conflict was mirrored by Athon's subtle frustration. He wanted to bridge the gap, yet understood that love was not about force, but timing, about letting feelings unfold naturally. In quiet moments, each questioned whether their connection could survive unspoken truths or if silence would become a barrier too high to cross. The turning point rested not on dramatic confrontation, but on the realization that vulnerability, though frightening, was the only path to intimacy. The resolution arrived gently, without fireworks or grand declarations. One evening, as twilight painted the streets in shades of amber and rose, Lena finally allowed herself to speak. Sitting across from Athon in the familiar cafe of their first encounter, she shared thoughts she had long kept locked away. Her words were soft, hesitant, yet filled with honesty, carrying the weight of emotions she could no longer conceal. Athon listened, feeling a quiet relief wash over him, the years of restraint and observation crystallizing into understanding. Their connection deepened, built not on dramatic gestures but on mutual respect, patience, and the intimacy of shared silences. They learned that love could be quiet yet profound, that sometimes the most meaningful stories were told in unspoken glances, in subtle acts of care, in moments that didn't need explanation. As the city lights flickered on outside, casting warm reflections across the cafe windows, Lena and Athon felt a serene completeness, a reassurance that their hearts had finally found a voice. Their journey was not perfect, yet it was real, tender, and enduring. A love story shaped by the courage to bridge silence with truth, proving that sometimes the deepest connections are those patiently nurtured in quiet understanding.